Okay, perfect. All right, so this distributor session is going to be learning, application, and hopefully signing. I want you guys to kind of fully understand like the reasoning behind signing distributors over signing customers and how much more important it is to sign distributors over customers. So customers obviously are bread and butter, but can you guys see me on here okay? All I see is, I see Sam. Hold on, let me get rid of that. Okay, when it's speaker view, I'll have to like show you guys stuff. But one of the biggest reasons why you want to focus on signing distributors after you get your first 4 customers is because once you start signing distributors, you actually start getting paid on all of the levels of distributors under you. So your customers, you're getting approximately 10 to 15% of the sales. So you sell a box of wraps, you're getting $6. But if you sign a distributor, you're getting all of the commission off of whatever they sell, plus all the commission off of what you sell. Plus, we're going to go into the bonuses a little bit too. But really, like, if your focus is on signing customers, the focus needs to be switched to signing distributors. So everything should be a distributor focus after you get your first 4 LCs. And I kind of wanted to share something with you guys, and I'm going to try to see if I can screen share it because I don't think you guys are going to be able to see it. But I want to show you guys how simple and how duplicatable it is to go from 0 DTs to 36 DTs within 4 months. And I actually went through my reports and my commissions all the way back from 2014, and I pulled exactly like how many DTs I had per month, what my volume was, and what my checks were. And I'm going to share with you guys how my checks grew over the first 4 months. And it sounds like getting a lot of distributors yourself would be hard, but you're not doing it by yourself. You're going to be doing it with your team. So let me screen share. Maybe. Oh, let's see. Okay, so I started in December of 2014. I got my first 4 customers, so that's this 485 BV. I think I got 5 customers, and I got 2 distributors, but those 2 distributors didn't do anything. They didn't sell anything, so they were at 0. So I ended up my first month ranked as a distributor with 49 BV. And you can see how that math corresponds to like the 10 to 15%, right? So 485 BV was about $49. My second month, I didn't sign 90 Ts, but my team signed 90 Ts. So I'm going to show you guys kind of what that looks like on a piece of paper, but it ended up with 1,800 BV, and then my rank was executive, and my check was $248. So that's right in line with like the executive pay. And then February, we went to 27 DTs, a little over 5,000 BV. I hit our Ruby rank, and my check was $451, which is exactly in line with our average income chart. And then in March, we went to 35 DTs, a little over 10,000 BV, and that's when I ranked diamond. So my check was about almost $2,000 as a diamond. So 1 year after I hit diamond, my check was almost $5,000. So, and we basically just followed the same 2 steps over and over again. And I taught my team to do the same things over and over again. So I just kind of put on the bottom, does your job give you 1,000% increase in 1 year if you were to work it 40 hours a week, every week? And Carl told me it's only 100%, but I think 1,000% sounds better, so I'm going with 1,000. But I'm going to show you guys kind of like how this works like on paper, because I tried to do it on Word and I really couldn't get it to work. But okay, so everybody knows our steps to success is sign 4 customers. Every month you want to try to sign 4 customers and 3 distributors. So I'm just going to draw this out real quick. So for me, I had my first month with the business, I only had, so this is still that, I don't know if you guys can see this because I can't see myself, but this is my first month. I just had 2 of my 3 distributors. So then that's why my check was low. I only ranked as a distributor. My second month, I had signed 3 distributors. And those distributors each signed more distributors. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just say they each signed 2 of their 3. So that's 90 Ts. So each person only signed 2. So I signed 2 and my 2 signed, well, I signed 3. By my second month, I signed my third distributor. Each of those distributors signed 2 distributors. So that's how that ended up being 9. If all 9 of those sign 3 more distributors, it's 27 distributors. So basically every single person in your downline, you should be working with to get 3 distributors. And then you teach them to get 3 distributors, and then you teach them to get 3 distributors. And then by the time you're actually at your 4th month, you'll end up with 36 distributors. I had 35. You'll have 36 distributors, and you only need 24 to go diamond. So we know like tons of those are going to fall off. And you're still going to be trying to fill 3 DTs every single month, because even if you get your first 3, your goal every month should still be to get 3 more distributors. Because like on your Ruby chart, for example, even if you signed, or not Ruby, it would be Emerald. Well, I'll use diamond. I have diamond right here. So even if you signed 3 your first month, this person 1, 2, 3, you still have this box that needs to be filled that's on your top line. So ultimately, you're responsible for that. So your second month, you would put a 4th distributor on your top line. And then you kind of just fill in the boxes like wherever you need them. Each box on your chart represents a distributor. And even though it would seem like 27 distributors, you would think that the checks would be like way higher than 451 BV. It's because we were so distributor focused in getting them their first 4 customers. But then the following month, it doubled. Every month it doubles. So we went from, well, 400 BV to 1,800 BV to 5,000 to 10,000. So the BV keeps going up, and every time your BV goes up, your paycheck goes up. So getting customers is still super important, but not as important as getting distributors. And the reason why we still get our customers is for fast start bonuses. Could you imagine getting $3,500 bonuses on fast starts? Like, that's a lot of money. The Joel and Stephanie Dunn training we just did a couple weeks ago, Joel said the only income that you can really control with this business is fast start bonuses. And that's because every person that you sign up as a distributor, if you take the initiative to go get those 2 customers and put them under that distributor, you're going to get that $100 bonus. So fast start bonuses are way better than keeping the customers under yourself. I would rather get $100 than 10% of $59. So like when you kind of compare the two, you're like, oh yeah, like we should be really like building distributors, right? So you get 3, they get 3, they teach theirs to get 3, so on and so forth. So my goal tonight, hopefully, is to teach you guys how to get your 3 and how to teach your 3 to get 3, and then so on and so forth. So let me get out of this view because it's a big black screen for me. So is there any questions on that so far? I know I said I was going to answer questions at the end, but I wanted to kind of show you guys the visual of, I had it all drawn out, but I don't know what happened to it. It kind of looked like this. But basically, you just want to keep it simple. Like your DTs just get DTs, which get DTs, who get DTs. So questions on the reasoning behind wanting to sign distributors over customers? Or does that seem pretty self-explanatory? Okay, so five distributors under you at 400 in sales is the $1,000 Ruby bonus. We didn't have that when I went Ruby. That would have been fantastic. And then Emerald is 14 distributors under you. And then and that's a $5,000 bonus. And then Diamond is 24 distributors under you, and that's the $7,500 bonus. And once your team starts to grow, it's like I was telling Sheree the other day, I'm like, it's a really slow snowball, right? So like it starts with 1, then it becomes 2, then it becomes 3, that 3 becomes 10, that 10 becomes 20. Like it starts to take off. And if you keep doing the same things over and over again, eventually you won't even know who's on your team. And that's a crazy feeling, because that's really starting to happen to me right now, 4 years in. And I'm like, wait, who's this person? Like I have to go like 3 levels deep in reports to find out who they are. And it's awesome to have to do that. So, okay. So if there's no questions so far, I have the chat open. I don't see anything. So if there's no questions so far, we're actually going to go into a pretty quick working session. Well, I shouldn't say quick. This is probably going to take 30 minutes or so of our time, but it's going to be time really well spent. So this is our diamond chart. like I said, 24 distributors. So what I want you guys to do for the next, let's say 10 minutes, you can comment done in the chat when you're done. I want you guys to make a list of 24 people that you know that you would want to talk about the business to. And then I want you guys to make a list of 24 people, and you can do the second list later. Let's just do the first one, but take note on the second list. Second list would be people you don't know. So like maybe it's somebody you're following on Instagram, or somebody that's on your Facebook and you kind of know them, but you don't really know them. But go through your friends list real quick and pick 24 people that you would want to introduce the business to. And then I'm going to show you guys what we're going to do with that. And I have a little surprise that I've been working on all day that I think is going to really help everybody's business. So let's go till, what is it, 5:48? Okay, let's go till 6 o'clock making your list, and I'll turn some music on. And if you are done before that, just comment done. And if you have questions, feel free to ask them as well. I can find my music. There you go. Baby, don't say about me trying to see how far that I can get. But ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't mind just a little bit of you and I out of outlets. Don't just sway to you, baby, real close. Use a little let go, count that. Baby, if you want this time, we can get on it. Take a shot, you can step on it. I know we can dance on it, slow on it. I can tell that man ain't got no rain on it. Come on, baby, bang on it. It's one of those guys calling love on it. But you feel like myself. Every little thing got to do that I want. Sounds pretty good. Well, it just now seems that's fine. Yeah, I bet it's been a minute since you tapped on into your wild and crazy side. So baby, let's do this tonight. Baby, that moon's just right. Don't cry. If you want a good time, we can get on it. Take a shot of you, on it. I know we can dance on it. I can tell that man ain't got no rain on it. Come on, baby, bang on it. It's all those styles calling. Get together right now. Every little thing got to do it out. Yes, I'm ready. Let's get on it. You're gonna love it, you can bet on it. Karaoke, we can microphone it. Whatever you want. As far as I can see, that man ain't got no hang on it. Come on, baby, bring on it. Some of those stars calling, love calling. Get together like that. Sounds good. Every little thing got to do that I want. Yes, I'm pretty good on it. Yes, Driving down the interstate, about 30 minutes late, sinking harbor either feeling finding my home. Foreign car driving, so ready down the pull up beside me, talking on his cell phone.
coming at me like I did something wrong. Hit me in the murder, and then he was gone someday. Somewhere there's a big umbrella casting shade over each. I'll be the girl every morning, be this boy. I'll picture myself right there on something, somewhere. I circle the parking lot, trying to find a spot just big enough I can park my old truck. A man with a picture car getting into the car. I stopped and I waited for him to back up. From out of nowhere, a Mercedes Benz came cruising up and whipped right in some beach. Somewhere there's nowhere to go and you got all day to get there. Oh, margaritas and hot senoritas, smiling with long dark hair, on something, somewhere. I sat and waited for it to seem like all afternoon. The nurse finally said, "Doc's ready for you. You're not gonna feel a thing. We'll give you some Novocaine. That tooth will be fine in a minute or two." He stuck that needle down deep in my gut, and he started drilling before I was done. Some beach, somewhere, there's a beautiful sunset burning up the atmosphere. Music and dancing, lovers romancing, so deep in air, on something, somewhere, on some beach, somewhere.
Turn me on, turn me off, then you turn me back on by the week. And you won't say the words that I want, but you flirt when you drink. I see those bubbles pop up like you're texting, then they disappear. Let's cut through the shit and let's get to what we're doing here. Are we just a backseat, trying to get it while we can? Are we names in a tattoo, or just a number on the hand? Are we last call kissing, or will we be reminiscing? Jump on the next 4 years. Are we written in the stars, babe? Or are we written in the sand? Yeah, I want you to want me to take you back home to my mom. Put my name on your lips, call me yours, and forget all this drama. Your makeup is next to my toothbrush, but you never put it away on the shelf. I'm asking you, baby, cause I'm tired of asking myself. Are we just a backseat, trying to get it while we can? Are we names in a tattoo, or just a number on the hand? Are we last call kissing, are we dancing in the kitchen, baby? Tell me what it is. Are we written in the stars, baby? Are we written in the sand? trying to get it while we can. Are we names in a tattoo? Or just a number I should wash right off my head? Are we last call kissing or will we be reminiscing with each other on the next 4 years? Are we written in the stars, baby? Or are we written in the sun? Are we written in the stars, baby? Or are we written in the sun? Gonna put the world away for a minute, pretend I don't live in it. Sunshine gonna wash my blues away. Had sweet love, but I lost it. She got too close, so far, and now I'm lost in the world, trying to find me a better way.
Okay, how's everybody doing?
Wishing
Done?
I was
Everybody done, or do we need a little more time? Oh, Reyesa, let me add you. Let's see, I think I have everybody else. Okay, so if you're not done, you can finish it up after, but we're gonna use this list in a minute. But before that, let me make sure I got everybody. Okay, so I just invited you guys all to a brand new event that I made. And I'm going to screen share it, but it's basically only about the business. So anytime, and I spread it out for 2 weeks. So anytime anybody wants information about the business, you can totally just send them to this event and it will go over everything in detail for them. So you don't have to know anything about, you don't have to be able to answer all the questions. You could just be like, hey, check out this event. My team just did. It will go over everything. If you have questions, just let me know. But before you can invite people to these kind of events, you want to make sure that you're personally going through the posts. And so post number 2 is introduction. So you want to make sure that you're personally commenting on the posts before you add people to it. Because if you send them to an event and they don't see you anywhere on that event, they're not going to think that this business is important to you. So you want to take the time to actually go through and comment on all of them. So you don't have to comment on these couple product ones because I haven't finished filling them out yet. But if you could go in and do your introduction, and then we're going to skip all that, and then your why, and then just go through the posts 1 through 20 and comment on every single one of those posts. And we're going to take 10 minutes to do that, 5-10 minutes to do that. Most of these should be pretty easy. And then after that, I'm going to give you guys a script to send to those 24 people to get them onto this event so that you can start building your team. So everybody should be invited. It's in your events. It's just a VIP work from home event. This is the cover up here. So make sure you guys go ahead and click that you're going. I invited everybody, and I think only one is accepted so far. And then, participate in it. And then I'm going to give you guys a message to send out to your 24 list that we just made. Any questions? Everybody good? Okay. Okie doke. So 6:10, we'll start sending messages. And I have 25 people that I'm inviting to this event once everybody fills it out. And I'm going to give you guys, and those are all from today. So I'm going to give you guys the tips on how I got those 25 to come on just from, today and yesterday. But go ahead and fill those out first.
First time I seen her walk by, I fell over my chair. Had to get her number. It's been like 6 weeks. I'm making her go like Cadillac seats. Body like a bag, shopping with my eyes closed. I know every curve like the back of my hand. 15 years, I ain't in no hurry. I the tall grass, with my lips on hers, on the highway together, at the south of a smile. Get there when we get there, every inch is a mile. Body like a back road, driving my eyes closed. I know every curve like the back of my hand. 15 in a hurry, I ain't in no hurry. I'm gonna take it slow, just as fast as I can. I'll play it slow, just as fast as I can. I got right. Inflatable pool full of dad's hot air. I was 3 years old, splashing everywhere. So began my love affair with water. Riverbank, all my friends, a big old time to live. Big old whoops, if you don't jump in. And when the sun starts beating down, you don't know what to do. And you're scared, George. I said, holding you tight until that turns blue. On the beach, almost gray. 18 girls up on stage, white t-shirts, about to be sprayed. Water, let her go. And when that sun starts to beat down, you don't know what to do. Go and find someone, won't see your face in the drive until that turns blue. Stay right there, the daylight's gone. Lay truth to dare, it won't take long for you to hurt. I got nothing on. This time of year is a pair of shades and eyes go weird. Place to sit somewhere deep. Water.
flying, we were singing high fiving, yeah, the next thing we were driving down the five and so alive. As the blue sky kissed the ocean, turned into a red sunset, we knew we had to go up, didn't have to go up yet. It was calling me and Kevin, hell, well, I'm having fun. We were bad at holding liquor, but we were good at it. And there was that one, you know, the girl you can't forget, who made me fall in love before I knew what love meant. Everybody has that one song, one kiss, one moment, something like this. It's in my pants, but I tell you, won't stick around. Yeah, you stuck around. Everybody has that one song. How did you lie? What's happening if you could? Look back, now you thought you had a million dollars. And there'd be another like that. So, that's so cute. Never thought that one in. Yeah, we scared like September leaves. Going in. Kevin went to Bama. Connor moved to Tennessee. As for her, I haven't heard a word, but I see it in my dreams. Everybody has that one kiss, one moment that goes something like this. It's in my pants, and I tell you, won't stick around. Yeah, you stuck around. Everybody has that one kiss, one moment that was something like this. She said my pants right to tell you won't stick around. Yeah, I'll stick around. One song stands too good. I think you like it. I feel if I could. Ain't it fucking bad now? I'm gonna have to live. Never be enough like that. Yeah, I know that the wolves will be the world inside our mind. It's too much sometimes. Yeah, I'm holding the ups and the downs, all the natural ride. Beat you up and down. If you ever feel about it, don't you ever hesitate. Got my number, you can call on me. You can call on me. Put it all on me.
Okay, so once you guys are done, I just put a script in the chat of what you can send to the 24 people that you put on your list. Oh, we're losing people like left and right. Okay, but it basically just says, hey, blank, hope you guys are doing great. And then you want to enter something personal and then say something like this is just like a, I don't know, you want to fix it so it sounds like you. And said, so, okay, I joined a health and beauty company a few months ago and it's been so fun. I'm able to make extra money from my phone and the products are amazing. I keep thinking about how amazing you would do at this and it would be fun to do it together. Are you open to hearing more about it? So your goal is to send a message like that to the 24 people that you made on your list. And then when they say yes, you're going to send them to the event. And you're going to tag them in the welcome post and say something like, hey, you know, this event will go over all of the information about the business. If you have any questions, let me know when you're done, you know, going through it. So just if you're done, let's see, let me look at the event real quick and see where we're at with that. If you guys want to spend like 5 minutes just copying and pasting that to your 25 people, right after that, I'm going to give you guys like the general tips on signing distributors. And I'm going to put all this on the team page too later. And then also like any kind of Q&A, like any questions that you guys have. So just like a quick 5 minutes, copy and paste this to as many of those 24 as you can. And if you just jumped on, we made a list of 24 people that we know that we would want to join the business with us. And the goal is to get them on the event and for the event to do all the work for you. So let's take it 5 minutes. That'll give us 10 minutes to finish up. So lots of info.
Black Ray-Bans, going bare feet, covered in sand, white jet trails across the blue sky. Your ponytail showing off the sunshine like a postcard out of nowhere. You get to me, give me that smile and I'm somewhere, somewhere, sunny and sunny. You and me on me. I was drunk, said I was sober, and you said, yeah, right. We were talking for a minute, and some guy tried to cut in. He took my hand, and we pretended like I was your guy. Oh, and I tried to guess your middle name. For 30 minutes, but we played that game. That memory we were drinking, and that Coldplay song that you were singing. Now you're probably thinking that it's crazy. I remember every detail, but I do. From your blue jeans to your shoes, girl, that night was just like you. Unforgettable. And so we were buzzing, taking shots like it was nothing. Hit the run, and you loved to check me out. Just the way you are there, and you kiss me out of nowhere. I can still show you the spot where everything went down. Told you I was gonna marry you. I didn't think that it was true. Just like it was last weekend that we jumped in right off the deep end. That memory you were drinking, songs you were singing, and I bet now you're probably thinking that it's crazy. I remember every detail, but I do. I can still smell your perfume. I was just like you.
Okay, sorry, I was sending messages, so I got caught up. How's everybody doing? Good? Bad? I know this isn't very much time, but an hour goes by really fast and you have a lot of stuff to go over. Okay, so basically, I gave you guys a little bit of homework to do 25 people that you don't know, or 24 people that you don't know, and I'll put the info for that in the scripts on the team page along with this recording. That way you guys can kind of see how I get people that I don't know to join. But I just added like all these people to the event, and basically these are from yesterday and today. And what I do if it's somebody that I don't know is I will make a list of their names, and I will turn either the notifications on if it's an Instagram, or I'll do follow first if it's on Facebook. And then I interact with them for a couple days, 2, 3, 4 days, and then I send them a message about the business. So these are people I've been interacting with all week. And then I send them a message about the business, and then I get them on the event. So that's what you can do with people that you don't know. All right, so general tips on signing distributors. All right, so you want to make sure that you are thoughtfully adding people. Don't mass add people that you don't think would want to do the business. Don't add men, don't add people in countries that we're not in, that kind of thing. So as far as like Facebook followers go, you only get 5,000, and it sounds like a lot, but I can promise you that if you're adding every single day, you're going to hit that 5,000 super fast. So, and even in Instagram, you know, you can add as many people as you want, but unfollow them as needed. So if you're mass following and you follow the wrong type of person, just unfollow them, because it's like, you don't need to be, it's just white noise. Like your feed should all be with like people that you think would either want the products or want the business, or somebody that you know, not just an extra person to distract you. We always say like, what is it? Stop scrolling, start enrolling. So like, just don't put people on your Facebook and your Instagram that don't, you know, help you with the business or are not in your personal life. You want to make sure that you're posting every single day, multiple times a day, not just about the products. Like I maybe post about the products like every other day. if that, but most of my posts, like if you go to my Instagram and my Facebook, are all like lifestyle posts. So, you know, you can introduce yourself and say why you joined the team, talk about your goals, talk about your dreams, bonuses, commissions. For example, today I posted something about our mortgage was taken out of our account twice. And if you live in California, you know that that could be like catastrophic for most people, but thank God, like we just got our It Works check. So I wrote that in a post today with a picture of my check, and I just blurred out the amount. But I made sure you could see the commas in there so that people could see that, you know, you're making multiple thousands of dollars every month with It Works. So even if you're not making multiple, you know, you could be like, oh, I paid for my gas, you know, my gas was paid for by It Works, thank you. You know, anything that you can tie your life into, like with It Works on your personal post, like do that. Like, especially on your Instagram, like it's all pictures. So your captions can be whatever you want. Facebook, you kind of want to make sure that you're still putting in like your normal everyday life too, because nobody wants to see like It Works, It Works, It Works, It Works. So I always try to do something like last night I did a bottle flipping video with my kids, like, you know, posted that we went to the movie. So you want to always like interact other things, but you always want to talk about the business every single day, at least twice a day, and the products less often, because then people are going to be more interested in the products and more interested in the business, which is where we want everybody going towards. So let's see. Oh yeah, post about how this opportunity has changed or will change your life. Always keep your social media clean. This is something that is huge. Stop sharing videos. Like if you're a big video sharer, like don't share videos. Nobody wants to see that. I follow some people and it's like share, 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 share. And I actually had somebody pre-selling for me, and I went to her page and she had like 15 shares before I could even find the pre-selling post from like an hour before. And I was like, okay, well, this isn't going to work. Like clearly we're not going to pre-sell anything because her page is all spammed with like shares. So don't share if you can help it. And then keep it clean, like keep it classy. We always talk about that. Like you have to kind of think of like your Facebook and Instagram now as your storefront, because we are a social media driven business. Like we don't do it. I mean, everything is over the internet. So if you can stay away from like politics, like that kind of thing, unless you follow a certain group that is geared towards that. So like I'll post some stuff, like, cause I'm a police wife. So like I might post something that might be like slightly controversial, but I know that 90% of my followers are also police wives and might think, you know, agree with what I'm doing, what I say or what I post, but keep it like really, like be really careful with that. Add to your network daily. So we're in network marketing. So if you only have 100 people in your network, you're only marketing to 100 people in your network. So your goal is 5,000, 10,000, 15,000. Like you don't want to keep posting to the same, you know, 100 people over and over again. And then keep a list of everyone that you talk about. And then make sure, or talk to. Well, don't talk about them. Keep a list of people you talk to. And then make sure your potentials feel like you want them, not the other way around. Like we're not fishing for people. Like we want to share what this company can do, and make them know that we want to help them. Like we're not in it for us, but we want to help people, because the more people we help, the better that we do with the business. And that's kind of one of the best parts about It Works is you go farther in the company with helping as many people as you can. And that's what I had. If you have questions about where to find like distributor driven posts, let me screen share something real quick and then we can go through the Q&A questions. Okay, so I'm going to go to this one. Let's see. So we have the 2.0 training page that everybody's been added to. If you ever need like a work from home post, you can just search. Let's just do work. Let's see. So work from home. And then there'll be tons of posts about working from home. So this one, for example, is choose your hard. I wonder if it's going to let me. There you go. So it says choose your hard, and it's like hard is missing your kids, hard is not being able to put food on the table, like that kind of thing. And then it's like, compared to these things, this business is easy. So this is just an example. You can copy and paste these, switch them up a little bit. So there's a bunch on here. And then I don't know if everybody's in this other group, but since you are on here, I will show you guys an extra group that you may not know about that we can add you to. Diamond Dynasty, LC, and DT posts. So this is a page that we put together a couple years ago, and we felt like it was getting really overwhelming to some of the new teammates. So we stopped adding people to this until they were Ruby, and then we added them. So if you're not on here and you want to be added, you totally can. But I'm going to search this group. I think we did business opportunity. So let's see. Yeah, so business opportunity, there's 88 posts in here, posts or comments, and it has like all of the scripts and all of the follow-up scripts and all that stuff. So if you ever feel like you're running out of like things to talk about, post about, stuff like that, use these pages because they are, I mean, we've put tons and tons of hours of work into them and they're for you guys to use. Also, if you ever see somebody post something and you like it, copy and paste it and post it on your page. Like we do that all the time. Like half the time, like you'll see the post that like me and Hannah put up, for example, and like guaranteed we took it from somewhere else. Like it's very few and far between that. Like, I mean, we do our own too, but like we'll see a post and we'll be like, oh, that's really good. So then we'll copy and paste it to our team, and then or to our page, and we just change it so that it matches like our lifestyle or like our business. So always feel free to do that. All right, and then that's what I have so far. Do you guys have any questions that you want me to go over? And I can go into, uh-oh, my phone has a network error. Let's see, I can go to the team page and answer there was like 3 questions I think on there. Let's see. My goal is for everybody on here to go Ruby this month. And I know who everybody on here is because you're the only ones I invited to the event so far. So nobody gets invited to the event and nobody can add their people to the event until they complete this training. So you guys are like ahead of the game. So I'm excited about that. Okay, so let's see. One of the questions was constant runaround. So Stephanie Roberts said, what do you do about a constant, like somebody's giving you the constant runaround? For me, it's 3 strikes and that's it. I don't have time, and you guys won't have time if you're building your network daily and talking to people daily, like for people to give you the runaround. Like if I reach out to somebody 3 times and they keep saying they're interested, but they don't do something or they don't join, like I'll still keep them on a list and I'll still keep inviting them to events and stuff, but I'm not going to be like following up with them daily. But they go on a list for like when we have promotions. When we had the $20 promotion, I signed 35 distributors. And those were all from like people that had been interested at some point that just never signed up. So I just kept them on the side burner. But if somebody's giving you the constant runaround or constantly has excuses, then if they're excuse driven to join the business, they're going to be excuse driven while they're working the business. So those aren't really the type of people that you want to join your team. So that's what I would just say about that. Sam asked how to handle potentials that say they don't have the money, and how do you help them when they're having difficulty with pre-selling? Kind of the same thing. If somebody can't pre-sell their 4 or 5 wraps, then they're honestly not going to be very good at business. Like that's like just basic, like getting your friends and family to spend $25 to help you join your business. Like I would probably like, what I do with my pre-sellers is I work with them like a couple different ways. Like I'll give them a message to send to their friends and family, and I'll give them a post to put up for their friends and family. And then recently I've been giving them a host to post, like maybe if they tag me and I do it, you know, that it will get them there. But I mean, if they can't pre-sell, they're not gonna be very good at the business, I feel like. So that's just kind of my thing on it. So give them a couple different options, give them a couple different ways. If they still can't do it, put them on the list for follow-up for when we have a promotion. So just always keep a follow-up list. And then Nicole asked, what do you do when people say they don't want to spam their friends? For me, I feel like your friends and family aren't going to feel like they're being spammed because you're sharing your why on your Facebook every single day, and they know that it's something that's important to you. So, you know, your family might not support you, but they're not going, like at first, they will eventually when they see that you're like super serious about it. But none of your friends are going to feel spammed, like if they're your real friend. Like that's just how I feel about it. I mean, I was kind of thinking about this question, and I was looking back through some people that I've known for like over 20 years, and just from like coworkers, like working with them, like at Victoria's Secret or like other places, and they've unfriended me, and I'm like, well, they were just like social media friends anyway. I mean, I haven't seen them in 10 years, so for me, it's like no skin off my back. Like if somebody like unfriends me for living my life and working my business because it's something that has changed our life dramatically and something that I love. So I just feel like if somebody feels like you're spamming them, then they're not really your friend anyway. So that's kind of harsh, but that's my kind of reality. Like next, like who's behind that person? Like behind that person, somebody's not going to feel spammed and somebody's going to support you. So don't even like hesitate on that. Yeah. And Hannah said they aren't paying your bills. Like, so yeah, don't even worry about them. Okay. So Gretchen said, I feel like I ask if they want more info. I give them more info and then I get no response back. I think at that point, that's when you want to really try to get them. So you're doing just Instagram mostly, right, Gretchen, still? Yeah. I think at that point, I would probably try to get them over to your Facebook as a friend and get them on an event and have them like go through that info. And especially because you just went through and commented all that, they're going to see that you're like super invested in it. And then just continue to post and continue to interact with them. So in your Instagram, if you click the 3 dots at the top, you can turn their notifications on and then you'll always see their post first and it skips the algorithm. So that's what I do is like, I'll just continue to like interact and comment and like on their stuff. And then eventually either they come back around or you can reach back out to them in a little bit. But I feel like as far as like getting people to actually join, the events have been what have done it for us. So we did this VIP event thing for, man, I went back, I think Hannah, we did this for like 2 years or something. And we were like signing distributors like left and right. And then for some reason we decided to get away from it and do more of like a product focus. But then I was thinking about it, I'm like, we need to get back to distributors. Like we're not signing any distributors. That's why we brought the VIP event back. So that's a resource that you can use for the next 2 weeks. And then in 2 weeks, we'll do the same thing again. Like I'll post the new link. You guys take 10 minutes and go in and comment on everything and then add all your potentials to that. Like I almost don't even give them that much information before I add them to the event. I let the event do all the work. And I'll give you like an example of a conversation I just had with somebody I didn't even know. Let's see. I basically said, this is one of the new people. Let me go to the top here. Okay, so I basically said, so they asked, what do you do? And I said, I basically post on social media. I show others how amazing our health and beauty products are through my posts, just like a brand ambassador. We make money when people buy from our websites. We don't keep inventory of the products. Customers order from our site and the products get shipped to them, which makes it easy for me. It's incredible because you can do it all from your phone and make an entire extra income. Does this sound like something you'd be interested in? And then almost everybody's like, yes, I'm totally interested in that. Like this girl was like, yes, I'm definitely interested. I said, okay, perfect. I just hosted an event on Facebook that goes over everything in detail. Do you have a few minutes to read it? And she said, yes. So I said, okay. So I sent her the link. I said, just click going and see discussion, then scroll to, well, this one was different. So I said, just click going and read through the post in numerical order. Message me right after. Let me know what you think and make sure to check in with me. And then this was at 12:47. At 1:09, she messaged me back and said, I'm done with a smiley face. So then I said, okay, cool. What did you think? She said, I think it's really cool. And my friends and family would definitely be interested in these products. So like, I didn't really have to do anything. Like I was basically like, okay, awesome. Okay, great. Yay. Like here's the event, you know, and I just let the event do the work. And she's the one that's on this list right now. So always have like a current list and then your follow-up list. But I mean, that's the best advice that I could give as far as like not getting discouraged or if you feel like you're reaching out to people and they're not signing, I would just say reach out to more, like keep expanding your network, but get them onto the event and I guarantee you, you'll sign people like so easily. So, okay, cool. Let's see. What other questions do you guys have? Anything? Okay, well, I'm going to put all this info on the team page with all of the scripts and all of the stuff that I just read you. I'll put all that on there with like, you know, screenshots of like the conversation. And honestly, like what I do is I just copy and paste everything into my notepad on my phone, or I'll put it in text replacement. So I've had the same conversation today over and over again with these 25 people. And I literally put it in my iPhone under text replacement as 3 different conversations. And the first one was like, you know, what do you do? And I just put WDYD, what do you do? And it pulls up that whole blurb. So all I have to do is write those 4 letters and the whole thing comes up and your phone automatically recognizes it. So if you don't know how to do text replacement, it's super easy. And there's a video on Diamond Empire that Kelly Brown did. And I will not change my phone because I'm terrified that I'm going to lose all those. But okay. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Have a wonderful night. And feel free to ask questions on the posts that I put up, all that good stuff. But I appreciate you guys getting on. And I cannot wait to see all of you guys go Ruby. Well, Hannah, I can't wait to see you go double diamond. But everybody else on here is going for Ruby or Emerald. So thanks for getting on, guys. Talk soon. Bye.